Do you believe? Do you believe God will do what He said He will do? Because when you come into His family, when you begin to read the Bible, you will see that He has left so many promises for us. So many promises. So do we believe that He will bring those promises to completion? Do we believe? Because a lot of the time, some of the reasons why we don't get what we want is because we don't believe, we don't have faith. We don't have faith that God will do what He said He would do. And you know, it's crazy because for us, some of these things, they just look impossible, man. You know, you just look at the world and you just say, oh man, how? It's just not possible, man. That's the human point of view. But if we decided to look beyond that, if we decided to move past our limitedness and now focus on God's unlimitedness, we would notice that, man, God's already been, He's already been fulfilling His part of the deal. All we have to do is have faith and trust in Him. And you know, the beautiful thing is Jesus made everything so easy for us. All we have to do is believe. That's all we have to do. We don't have to pay anything. We don't have to really do much. All we have to do is have faith and trust that the Lord will do what He said He would do. And this is the good news, because even when it comes to eternal things, like when you pass on from this life, if you die a believer, when you pass on from this life, same thing, man. You'll still have to have that faith and trust in God to make it into those gates, man. So we need to have faith now. That's what this life is kind of about. It's about learning about God. That's something a lot of us don't know. You know, some of us just think our purpose will be found in this world. Nah, it's not found there. It's found in God. That's the thing. It's found in God. So if you're not pursuing a relationship with God, then you don't know what you're doing here, basically. Because He's the one who gave us the purpose. He's the one who gave everyone here a plan. He had a plan for each one of us, but us, we just decide to go our own way. We decide to do our own thing. We decide, His plan, what's that? And we run away from Him, and then now we wonder why things don't go our way. We can't blame God, man. He's not the one making the choices for us. He may said, yo, check, me have died for you, me have reconciled you guys back to me. I'm here with open arms. But no one comes, nobody. It even said in His word, the harvest is plentiful, but the workers are few. No one wants to work for God anymore, man. It's crazy. But then the crazy thing is now we have more people just depressed, anxious, full of worry, just not happy, just angry, bitter, hateful. Like, it's kind of even easy to just tell who's even like that, man. It just gets to that point where you just know who's in their calling or not, man. Because it shows by the fruits. It even says in the word, you will know someone by the fruits that they bear. So if someone's really a believer, you'll know. That's just how it is, man. You can't even fake it, because the true colors usually come out. And what am I saying? Are we believing in God? Are we believing that God will do what He said? This is the good news. The good news is that, man, Jesus already did everything for us, man. He already did everything. He reconciled us. We can boldly, hey, it's not coming out. Boldly, okay, I think I got it. We can boldly go before God and make our requests known to Him. We can go tell Him about anything, because as much as He's God, He's also a friend. He can be your best friend if you allow Him to. And if you do, man, you'll have the best friend in this world, who will be with you through it all, man. Who will take care of you. That's one of His promises. He will take care of you. But are we allowing God to take care of us? You know, the thing is, we have to give God permission to do what He does. We can't just do. He's so careful with us, man. That's why He give us free will. He said, hey, yo, check. I love you too much, man. If you wanna go that way, cool. I won't force. But just know I'll be here if you do decide to change your mind. That's so beautiful, man. So we should allow God, man. We should let God do what He does. We should trust that God will do what He promised, because He wouldn't promise it and then go back on His word. That's against His character, man. So we should have more trust and faith in God, because it will make life that much easier, man. It'll make it that much easier. It's kind of like you're on a plane. You're going the journey, man. In the plane, you can't really do none. You just chill there. You get your food. You can't even sleep, watch something as you wait. But, bro, you can't even just sleep, because you trust that the pilot can get you to your destination. So why can't we trust that God will do the same? And in fact, comparing a pilot to God, man, I think I trust God more than the pilot, because God doesn't have any defects. He's very perfect. And if He allows something, then it means it's okay. Then it's there to help you. And if you go to Him and turn to Him, you realize, man, it wasn't as hard as I thought. It wasn't as bad as I thought. It wasn't as difficult as I thought it would be, because now you have this supernatural power backing you up. So you should feel, you can even just, you should really, focus on building that relationship with the Lord. Because from where I stand, it's just a win. It's basically choosing victory for your life, for every part of your life. I mean, it may take time for that victory to make itself manifest in your life, but you're fighting already from a place of victory, man. What more could you want? All you have to do is make it through. All you have to do is endure it. All you have to do is turn to the Lord and He will help you. All you have to do is trust God and have faith that He will do what He said He would do. And man, that's when you'll notice, you can even just sit back, relax, and just say, okay, no problem. You have these issues coming from here. Even look at the story of Moses, when he was releasing those guys from, I can't really remember the story like that, but when they left from, was it Pharaoh? I think when they left slavery from Pharaoh, first of all, God rewarded them, so they didn't even leave there empty-handed. Then now, they were moving. So now, there was the Red Sea in front of them. Behind them, it was an army of guys coming to take them. Who knows what they would have done. On the side, I don't really know, but I just know it was obstacles on every side. Man, God made a way through the freaking sea, man. That's wild. So if He can do that, what won't He do for you? Especially if you're trying for Him. Because God so loved the world that while we were still sinners, He died for us. While we were still sinners, while we were still that nasty, we didn't give our life to Him yet, but He still died for us. Now that we've given our life to Him, now that we've turned to Him, how much more would He give you? He gave you His only Son. He gave us His only Son while we were still sinners. Is this making sense? We were still sinners. It's like that disobedient child. They are still so disobedient. Disobedience, but you still show them mercy, you still help them, you still take care of them. And that's how it is with us. God now, while we were sinners, he gave us his son. Now that we are trying for him, now that we are trying to live our life for him, how much more would he give us? And this is just the grace of God. Even on those days where you just feel like you can't, man, he's still there holding it down for you, man. That's the amazingness of God, man. Even though we fall short, he will still be there to take care of us. Man, to me that just looks like an amazing something to have in this life. In this life full of uncertainties, difficulties, worries, problems. Just broken, man. Just a broken world. It's good to know that, man, you can plant yourself in the Lord and know that, man, you never have to worry. You never have to worry with the Lord. And the good news is you have an eternity with him. Man, with the Lord, it's from glory to glory to glory. You can't lose, you can't be stopped. That's just how it is. Death didn't stop Jesus, so what makes us think something here will stop us? Especially when you have the same power backing you up. It doesn't work like that, man. Jesus controls everything. He's the number one. And if you have him by your side, man, if God before you, who can be against you, man? I just wanted to come here and say, man, we're really missing out. Because, I've noticed, we're always looking over here to the left, to the right, when we can just turn around and see that God is just waiting for us there, man. With open arms, even though we've done whatever, we can be the most messed up person, but we can still turn back to the Lord and say, hey, Lord, I'll choose to put my trust and faith in you. And you can trust that he will take care of you. That's just how amazing he is. So I just want to come put on a word on here. I really hope you can really understand what I'm saying, because having the Lord is so amazing. I promise you. So put your faith and your trust in him, and you will not be disappointed.